After measuring and marking my holes, I drill out the tang of the blade from my mosaic pins. Now that I've marked the spine of the tang, I'm going to use this hacksaw blade to start cutting into grooves. This little hacksaw blade just isn't working. Back to the big one. Once I get my grooves cut in, I'm going to use a triangular file to start making my notches. Then follow it up with a round file, then a bigger round file. Now I'm putting the holes in the wood that I'm going to use for the handle. I put pins through the blade and the wood to hold it in place, and then I trace out the tang of the blade with a Sharpie. Couldn't get a good angle of this, but I'm cutting out the wood, leaving the line that I made with the Sharpie. The rest will have to be cleaned up on the belt sander. After a couple hours of hand sanding, I've gotten out most of the scratches, but there's still some there, so more fun for me. After heating the blade to critical temperature, I quench it in oil. This is what hardens the blade. It's called the quench. All the work that I've done with filing the tang of the blade, drilling the holes for the handle, all of this has to be done before I harden the blade. If you haven't done it yet, as my friend likes to say, that time has passed. Now I'm cutting off lengths of the mosaic pin with a Dremel. And now for the epoxy. It's important to get epoxy over everything, both sides of the tang and on both of the insides of each piece of the handle. Clamp it all up and wait 24 hours for it to dry. Once the epoxy was dried, I took the blade to the belt sander, ground down the pins, and did the initial shaping of the handle. Now I lock it in a vise and hand sand till I get it exactly how I want it. Quite a bit of work here too. After the hand sanding, I use a soft sponge with a semi-grit on it to give it that smooth overall polish. Then I put some True Oil on it. You have to coat it every 2 hours, and it takes about 4 to 6 coats, but it really gives it a shine. And there it is, folks. Leopard wood handle, mosaic pins, decorative file work on the spine of the handle, 90 layers of random pattern Damascus. The origin of this blade is an Egyptian Khopesh sword, which dates back to 2500 BC. This is a smaller, knife-sized version. Come on now. You didn't think I was just going to put it on a wall, did you? In the interest of keeping these videos short, there's a lot of information that I didn't give and a lot of steps that I didn't show, and a ton of work that you didn't see. You're looking at 20 plus hours of work, but now you have a small idea of what it's like to make a Damascus knife. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.